Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Monster Legends. So Social Point actually did it. They released the KatUFO mini maze for owners and non-owners. So we saw this in the sneak peek in the Chinchilla leaks, and we thought that, I guess everyone just assumed that because Social Point was releasing that every player was going to be able to get KatUFO. But that doesn't appear to be the case. So what I'm showing you right now is the cost of the KatUFO pathway. As you can see, to get 75 cells, it would cost you 2,805 coins without any discount, 2,533 with a 10% discount, 2,244 with a 20% discount. But what good is 75 cells? That is not enough to craft a monster. Keep in mind, when crafting mythics and cosmics, you need 100 cells. So 75 is not going to do anything for you. However, if you want 100 cells, it's going to cost you 3,490 or 3,150 with the 10% discount, or 2,792. Now here's the thing, the 20% discount only lasts for around 12 hours or 8 hours, whatever it is, and then we have the 10% discount. As you can see, that's only active for the next 18 hours, and then after that, there's no discounts. So there's no 30% discounts or anything during these kinds of pathways. So realistically, you're probably going to need around 3k coins if you manage to move during the 20% and the 10% and the non-discounts, and that is impossible to get in the duration that this pathway is out. So a lot of players are frustrated, a lot of players are mad. So let me give you guys my thoughts, what I think about all this. Alright, so once again, when we saw the leak, I think everyone just assumed, oh yes, it's a free-to-play KatUFO, it's going to be a free-to-play RML, but no, that's not the case. And how do I feel about this? Well, let me balance the pros and the cons. So I think it makes sense that it's not that easy, because you have to take into consideration that players legitimately spent money for these kinds of monsters, right? For KatUFO, for RML. I wouldn't be surprised if RML costs a lot more in terms of maze coins, or you can get less cells. Like, I would not be surprised. KatUFO was the Golden Legends Pass monster, which players paid $20 for. RML was a $50 monster. So when the RML pathway gets released, if it does get released, I am almost certain that you're not going to be able to get 100 cells for that cost. It's probably going to be like 50 cells for that cost, but we'll find out when that happens. So you have to keep in mind anyhow that players spent money for this. So I don't think it would make sense for Social Point to just release a mini maze that players can do in 2 days and then immediately get the monster, right? Because on one hand, it's for the free-to-play community, it's like, yeah, that's awesome, free stuff. But for a spender, like, imagine how unfair and cheated they would feel that they dished out money and then players, literally everyone, was able to just put in not even a lot of effort, 2 days effort, right? Not even in a regular maze. In a regular maze, you have to put in a whole week of effort, right? But for like a 2-day pathway, I think this is why Social Point decided they weren't just going to give it away for free. So you have to take into consideration the spenders. Now, here is what I do think is going to happen. This is just completely speculation. Again, no promises, no guarantees it's going to happen. These are just my thoughts. I feel that this is going to open the way to Social Point is going to start releasing mythic paid, exclusively paid mythic cells in other events. For example, I don't know if you guys have noticed, during the mazes, a lot of the time there are Forsaken cells. For example, I remember seeing Wicca cells a lot. So when you're moving along the regular pathway of a regular maze, hey, there's some Wicca cells there, and a Wicca cell there. And Wicca is a Forsaken monster, right? But you get 2 there, you get 2 there, maybe you spin the roulette and there's 2 there. So if Social Point releases KatUFO here, and then maybe in the next maze there's some KatUFO cells, maybe slowly and surely you can slowly get your 100 cells and eventually craft a KatUFO. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we're going to be seeing some mythic souls, and then you can use some souls to purchase like a cell or something. I don't know, like, this opens the door to a lot. So I like the system because it is a way for players, all players, to get the monsters. Spenders and non-spenders, right? Spenders could just get additional cells for the monsters to rank up their monsters, and for non-spenders to eventually get the monster. Now here's the side on the non-spender. To be honest, KatUFO, RML, any mythic monster that gets released, they're pretty much outdated, right? We're in an era of cosmic monsters. Basically, an unranked cosmic has like the stats of a rank 3 mythic. So even if non-spenders did get a KatUFO and an RML, and even from the spender perspective, it feels like, oh my gosh, how could they just do that? It also really doesn't matter too much, because it's not like a player is suddenly going to start winning with an unranked KatUFO, right? The thing about the Golden Legends Pass is that when you purchase the Golden Legends Pass, here, I'll show you. When you purchase the Golden Legends Pass, I'll show you on mine with Undead Mr. Beast, you get enough cells to get it to rank 3. So a spender is going to have a rank 3 KatUFO, whereas a non-spender is just going to have an unranked. And unless a non-spender invests Mythic Amber to rank that monster up, you know, they're still at a disadvantage. So for a spender, it's not like you lose any advantage, you know, just because you still have that rank 3 advantage. And also, like I said, the monster's outdated, so it doesn't really matter. It's kind of how, like, I don't know what's a good analogy to use. When a company, whether it be Google, whether it be Samsung, whether it be Apple, when they release an iPhone, right? The first year they release an iPhone, it is crazy expensive. It is as most it's gonna cost, right? What's out now? iPhone 11, or that's the new one. Let's say it costs $1,000. In 5 years, that iPhone 11 is still not gonna cost $1,000. It's gonna cost less. So if someone wants to purchase it, they can purchase it. So in a way, Social Point and I guess Monster Legends kind of works like that, where an outdated monster gets released to like the general public. You still have to invest some time and resources into it, and if you get it, well, it's kind of outdated anyway, so it doesn't really matter that now everyone has their hands on it. But again, from the perspective of a spender, I could definitely see the argument of like, man, that's not fair, we had to spend money for that. But again, it's like outdated, just let everyone have their fun, I would say. Again, this is just my personal thought. I purchased the Golden Legends Pass. I don't necessarily care. I don't purchase it for the rank 3 monster. I just purchased it now because it's become habit, honestly. Most of the time, I'm like, I don't even use half the stuff. I have a lot of level 10 runes that never get used. My maze tickets always go to waste. So, I mean, that's a rant for another time, which I always talk about. Like, why do I ever even purchase this? But I think as long as Social Point, I think people would feel really bad if they released a Golden Legends Pass monster and then they gave it away to everyone. But after months have passed, I think it's fine at that point. Again, that's just my personal opinion. I really don't like exclusively paid content. I wish that it wasn't a thing as exclusively paid content. I wish that every single player had a chance to get every monster, right? And the spenders, if they want to get the monster ranked up and faster, they can spend, right? It's kind of like the maze. In the maze, you can either put in 7 days of effort and get the monster by the end of the maze, or it's really like 5 days of effort and the 30% discount. Or, if you want, you purchase the maze coin, you purchase a maze coin pack, and then you don't even have to worry about it, right? You have all of your mazes at the beginning, all your maze coins at the beginning, and you move and you get the monster, right? So, anyone who spends can obviously get it faster and quicker and less effort, but I like the idea of grinding and eventually being able to get whatever is available to everyone. So I wish there wasn't Golden Pass monsters. I wish there wasn't exclusively paid content. I think it sucks. Like, right, if we go to PvP right now, and we look at the top players, I guarantee you they're all going to be maining Shelly, and you know, that is unfair. Like I have no problem with players spending money. I just wish that everyone had access to everything. Yeah, see, there's a 140 Shelly there. Oh look, let's see how many are exclusively. Solar Flare, Undead Mr. Beast, Vanoss, Shelly. Let's take a look at the other player. We have Vanoss, we have Shelly. Alright, let's take a look at the other player. We have, let's see, just Hardy on this one. So no Shelly there. Let's take a look at this player. We have Vanoss, we have Shelly. So see, it's always like, there's a clear advantage to paying for an exclusive monster. And again, I get it that you're paying for that advantage. But I think it would still be nice if literally everyone could get a Shelly, even if it's unranked. And then it gives players something to strive for. And they're like, man, I'm going to save up. I'm going to beat the Infinite Dungeon. I'm going to get Stardust. I'm going to slowly rank up my Shelly. And I'll eventually get it to rank 3. And I'll get that Megatons. I think it's at rank 3 you get the Megatons. So, I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. That's my thoughts on this pathway. I do think that slowly and surely we are going to be getting additional ways to get cells for these monsters if they do continue to be released. On one hand, I personally don't really mind that you don't get all 100 cells like that, because that's too easy, and I don't like when things are too easy. I like a challenge, I like a grind. Again, I do have KatUFO already, so maybe I have a different opinion, but I also don't even use my KatUFO, and yeah, it's just, I don't know. These were my thoughts. I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Really curious to hear what you guys have to say. And again, like, I think when we saw the sneak peek, we all assumed we were just going to be able to get it, but I don't think Social Point ever said that. All Social Point ever said was, hey, we're going to release KatUFO for owners and non-owners, right? So I think we've just been spoiled with the other mini mazes when you are owner and you get a ton of cells. But yeah, guys, when you hear your guys' thoughts, let me know in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you understand? Do you not understand? Any thoughts? Thank you very much. And remember to subscribe.